Hello. Sorry for the loudest air bike alive. I don't know how much the video is going to pick up on it, but I'm trying to lose weight. And I'm trying to get famous. And I'm trying to be Mr. Universe all in the same time. So, all three at once. Knock it out. Show the people what they're missing out on. Build the hype now. I want to be more weight than this, but all muscle. I want to be 400 pounds. I want to be Ronnie Coleman, but I don't even want you to see my face. I want the muscle to consume me and envelop my entire body. I want to just become one giant bicep, I guess. I'm waiting on the over-under that the first message is going to be kill yourself or fat. But you gotta at least appreciate the effort. If you hate me because I'm fat, you're gonna love me when I'm Mr. Universe. And if you're a mechanic or a bike repairman and you know how to make this air bike not the loudest fucking thing in the world, let me know. Until then, I'm hoping the noise cancellation and the directionalness of this bike or mic I've gotten to the point where I'm so fat that even previous fat me would think I'm fat. Like when you're fat, when you're like 240, 250, you're like, I hate myself. And I'm really fat. And then you sail on to 280. And it's just like you've given up. But here's to not giving up. And hopefully this mic is actually picking up anything. And I'm not just talking into the void. Hopefully Twitch doesn't think this is some weird avant-garde video-only podcast of a fat guy just staring down the barrel. I think the more that fat people joke about other fat people, the more they hurt. And so I'm going to be making a lot of fat jokes about other fat people because I hurt real bad. And when you're fat, you appreciate other fat people. Because when you're not the fattest guy in the room, it feels good. When you go, that guy's clearly the fattest one. But I've started to become that guy for everyone else. And all those other fat guys bigger than me, they're bedridden or dead. Actually, I don't know. We don't keep in contact. Working out is so boring, though. I tried boxing. And that's fun, but it's too far away from me. And all these gyms are so predatory. Just give me the price. I know you make most of your money off of people who forget their subscription fees. And, Planet Fitness was like this. But I think they're predatory now, too. That was the allure, is that you could sign up like month to month. And it was really cheap. Well, I think most people give up. And so they fell right into the trend. I've heard it's really hard to cancel from Planet Fitness now. And I've had a home gym. All the shit I would use anyway is right here in my house. I just need to be motivated. And I never am. Hopefully this will motivate me somehow. I'll come up with something funny and it'll go viral. Maybe I just gotta put like ridiculous numbers. Like I'm 287 now, but I've lost 430 pounds. Just make up something ridiculous. Then people would be like, wow, he's been doing pretty good. But when you're just fat and you're the heaviest you've ever been, it's just only sad. No one cares. They're like, okay, talk to me when you've lost 50 pounds. It's like, shit. You want me to lose more than that? 50 to you is not my goal weight. If I could be under 200, that would be my insane right now. I haven't been under 200 since high school. I used to be fat too. I used to be a chubby little kid. And I lost all the weight. My mom, I think, recognized I didn't have any friends. And I was getting fat as shit. I spent all day playing video games. And I didn't appreciate it at the time. But she put me in all the sports. She's like, you're joining wrestling, you're joining football, you're joining track and field. And it worked. I shed the weight. Imagine doing something actually worked. But my diet never changed. That's always been the hardest part. I'm not going to change my diet whatsoever right now. I just need to start doing stuff. I'm a computer programmer. I like to hack on video games and side projects. And then I like to play video games and watch TV with my wife. And those are all super sedentary things. I often wonder if there are bedridden people that move more than I do. It'd be pretty close. I think I might win, though. And it's never been like I can't go places. I don't want to get anywhere close to that. Getting winded going upstairs, that's bad enough. No one wants to watch a fat guy cycle alone on a Saturday night. I get it. Like when I have those crazy numbers or some crazy shit in the background, I'll just put up a green screen and like I'm slowly avoiding a blob. Just a non-stop cycle of the blob ever behind me, always on my back. That's how I feel. And I lost the weight when I was in my mid-20s too, because nobody would want to have sex with me. And I needed to do something drastic. And I knew my personality was awesome, so it wasn't that. So I went to the gym like a maniac. And it worked. And I lost the weight. I started to date more. No one of value, though. I met my wife when I was fat, which I'll always respect. And she does physical things. She's in roller derby. She, like, does pick up soccer every once in a while. She plays softball. And I always have excuses. Like, if I'm not in a routine, why bother? And when we met, I think I was like 270. And now I'm 287, so maybe I should have done something. But I can't play softball. I'm too afraid of the ball. I don't mind batting. For some reason, that doesn't bother me. But being in the outfield, I feel like that kid in the Sandlot. Just an incredible fear of being hit in the eye with a baseball. Even though it's never happened. And I know, if I know fear, hold my glove out, I'll catch it. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll get hit in the head. And I just don't like it. It's semi-interesting to watch. But I have no intention of being a beer league softball, not even champion, just a person on a team. That soccer's all running. It's not really pick up football or wrestling. And not that I'd want to do that with other adults anyway. Because you get the psychos and the weird old gay guys. Not saying that all weird old gay guys want to have sex with me. But, it's just built in there. I'm a 90s kid. It's like baked in your head. Even though I know it's not true, I'm still afraid someone will call me gay or try to cut my balls. My hands are sweating. And hopefully I don't short this mic out and just destroy this. And then every podcast, every bike sesh after this is going to be silent. I call this a podcast. I don't know why I'm podcasting. My ass is hurting very badly. But I'm determined to stay on at least an hour. Build the callus in my ass. And keep this going. I can't quit on day one. And I don't know when I'll be able to regularly do this. But an hour a day, at least. Find something, like right after work or something. It might be too ambitious, but you know, if you don't go hard, why go at all? No, that's not true. If I did this a couple times a week, that'd be good. Anything's better than nothing. If I did this like twice a week, I'm already contemplating how I'm going to quit this. And if I quit slowly, it'll make me feel like I didn't quit at all. And then 5 years will fly by, and I'll be 387. If anybody's watching, please comment. So talk to me. I'm bored as hell. I'm getting too personal and in my head about everything. And my ass is hurting really bad. I used to run. I used to do like 5Ks. 5Ks are boring too. And my nipples started to hurt. You know, the chafing of your t-shirt. And I know I could tape them down, but I was just like, I'll just quit. I don't want to do this anymore. It's boring. And people are like, listen to music and stuff. I can't. I don't know why. My ears like sweat from the inside. It's like a gusher in there. And I've ruined many a pair of headphones just trying to listen to music while running. Do anything while working out to make it not boring. Oh, my ass. Oh, my ass. I'll use one hand. I'll have one strong left hand. And it's not to make my hand any stronger, but it's to make my ass. It's to punch through the pain of my ass. When I'm under 200, I'll start doing hot tub streams for nobody. And I feel like I've been doing this for 3 hours, but I can see it's 8:17. All right, I'll at least switch to squats or something. An hour of cardio is insane. My ass is really starting to hurt. There we go. That's why I feel like a human fart. Oh, what is my life? Oh. I'll do squats next. Squats next to the bike. Oh, shit. Okay, everything's fucking up. I'm too big to do squats next to the bike. I'm too fat to even squat next to the bike. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just till my ass swells up and closes shut. And then I feel no pain because my ass is a swollen diamond. 12, I think. 13, 14, 15. Please tell me how bad my form is. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 3,000. Oh boy. Will I get more views if I said weight loss, 197 pounds. I'm tempted. I want to keep it honest. I'll be funny, but I'll keep it honest. I can't lie about the progress. I'll be honest about the progress. All right, my ass hurts a little bit less. Maybe if I put it up a little bit more. Let me put it. I'm moving the seat up a little bit more. I don't know what that does. Maybe it's got to be equal with my ass. Did I just put it in the exact same place? Probably. Am I going to spend 5 minutes on this and then realize it was better lower? Maybe. But I try. This is all about trying things. And I'm just trying to filibuster until my next rep. But you know what? Just don't give up. You know, you can't go the full time. You know, rest and come back at it. I've been fat before. That works. Just don't give up. I've been so fat so many times. I'm a professional at being fat. And let me say, as long as you keep coming, you'll lose the weight. If you're sweating and your diet doesn't get exponentially worse, you'll lose the weight. All right, here we go. Fat on the bike again. Bike seat way more up my ass. I feel like it hurts less. But that's just because I've taken a break. Back to cycling. A little bit of a rest. We did some squats. My legs are going to be huge. I'm just going to be all legs. I'm going to be Mr. Frog. And thank God the bike is kind of blocking my crotch. Although it's kind of pointing right into camera. And I hate when podcasts do that, but it's hard to not have the crotch shot. And the light, that's God saying, "Come to me, fatty." And I go, "No, God, get away from me." The light will get dimmer the more weight I lose. I return to Earth as a normal human man. And then once I'm normal size, it's time to get jacked and swap all of that. I wonder if I could just never lose the weight and always be big and just slowly, like a glass of water with jelly inside, swap the fat with muscle, pure muscle. So I'm like 287 for months. If I'm jacked as hell. And my goal is to never shower. And all the stank, my stank juice, my butter grease, I'll jar up and sell to my top believers. Which right now is no one, so I'd just be jarring up nasty, dirty jars of human gunk. And my wife would be like, "What's all that gunk doing in the garage?" And I'd be like, it's an investment. It'll be worth something someday. $1 to any psycho who would buy it. And yes, that's a Halo 2 commemorative Slurpee cup to remember the days of fat. And no, there's not just melted Slurpee inside. Although, I would. And I could. And there's a temptation to go. But I would resist. And just saying the word made me want one. And that's a problem. It's one of many problems I have. And if one person says one thing, and this entire time, I'll go another hour. But I'll switch to weights or something. I don't know what. If anybody says anything, I'll go an entire another hour. And no one's watching me hear that. So if it does happen later and no one has to know I didn't deliver. But I would. To hold myself up to it. They wouldn't know. I need like 2 AI hot women with jiggling breasts next to me to make it even somewhat interesting to look at as opposed to a disgusting fat guy on a bike. No, but ain't nobody want to see that. I don't even want to see that. I'm looking at myself in this virtual mirror, and it's making me realize that I should have done this much sooner. You know, maybe before the holidays, before I tacked on an extra 7 pounds. Because yes, I've gained weight. It is a common occurrence. And it's common for everybody, but especially common for me. I can't recall a Christmas or holiday season where I didn't tack on this much weight. And yeah, part of the problem is I've been floating in the 280s, kissing the 290s every once in a while for like 4 or 5 years now. And like my 300's my danger number. And it's like if I ever hit 300, it's like stop everything, fun, and get a trainer. Trainers are fucking expensive. I don't got trainer money. And yeah, I realize it's my health or having some savings. But you know what? I choose the cheeseburgers every time. So if it's got to persist, I got to just hold myself accountable. And I feel like using trainers a bunch, I know what they do. And it's convenient because you're held accountable and they come up with the plans and I just do them. I don't have to think about it. And they change it up and keep it fresh. But it's a lot of money to just have somebody go, live that way, get on the bike, lift that way, but with your legs, lift that weight over your head. All right, I've never seen anyone touch this, but throw those ropes around. Okay, that's good. Let's slam this ball into the ground. It's like, I know all the things. I could do the things. And you're always worried about bad form and hurting yourself. But being fat is hurting yourself way more than anything. I've never seen anyone go on a weight loss journey and go, well, I threw my back out and now I'm paraplegic because I You use the heavy ball. Wrong. Bad form every time. Hey, what's up, Wee Walrus? What's going on? Happy Saturday night. Or whatever day it is where you're from. Fitness goals for 2025, yeah. Be Mr. Universe. This year. I'm trying to keep it realistic. If I'm not Mr. Universe this year, it's all for nothing. And I'll go the other way. And I'll see the race to 700. Really just fitness goals for life. And any way I can help it. I feel like I want to make other people accountable for me. Because I can't be accountable for myself. So if this is entertaining whatsoever, I'll keep at it. I'll keep at it just because this is the only way I'm going to stream. It's the only way I can carve out time. I have to kill two birds with one stone. You know, being married and having a demanding career. You gotta start combining things. And my ass is hurting again. So I did this earlier. I'll squat until my ass don't hurt no more. Or my ass hurts way more. And I'll get back on the bike. 1, 2, 3. And early in the stream, Wee Wallace, I said, if anybody came in and said anything, I'll go for another hour. So I gotta go until 10 now. 10 p.m. Eastern time. And even if you don't watch, I gotta do it for me. Maybe I'll have channel points rewards for like do one curl, and then people go ape shit with it. All the AiPD PD people and all the regulars have like 100,000 points, so maybe I gotta put a realistic timer on it or something. But who's to say that any of them will come back and watch me lose weight or not? What if this is just like the downfall? I'm the first like fitness influencer to just go wildly in the opposite direction. I'll start playing classic WoW and go really insano. Just breathe right into it. All right. Okay, my ass still hurts, but if I keep doing this, maybe it will hurt less. I read, because this isn't the first time I've been on this air bike. I've tried to do this many a time. And you read on forums, you're like, is your ass supposed to hurt like a lot? And they're like, yeah, if you haven't been on an air bike in a long time, you got to build up the ass muscles. And what if that's just the guy who works for the shitty bike seat company? And he's just trying to cover it up so people don't realize he's a fraud. And he's just been making concrete blocks for people to sit on. When he's sitting on the perfect bike seat, he's like, the concrete one's cheaper. I'm not going to do that. I'll just go lie in a bunch of Reddit threads and YouTuber videos and say, yeah, it's supposed to hurt. Your ass needs to get used to it. I think about everything. I have cynical bastard thoughts about everything. Charities. I'm like, how much of this is just going to them asking for more money and actually helping out anybody. And I know there's like sites that audit charities and say like how much of it actually gets donated. But I'm still thinking in my head. And I also know there's lots of fraud in the world, and no one would suspect a charity. So like, what if you just cook in the books? And there's like a nonprofit in my area that got in trouble for that, and they like embezzled a bunch of money. And it's like people still kept donating. But I was like, I'm done forever. I donated a little bit of money, and you just feel like an idiot. You're like, why can't I just help somebody? And I'm a selfish human being. But I feel like just blindly donating, that ain't helping anybody either. I feel like it's just so I can forget about the problem or feel good that I'm doing absolutely nothing myself. And so I could just live my day-to-day life. If you're a donator to charities, I'm not trying to dissuade that. Maybe I am. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I'm too cynical sometimes. My wife tries to break me out of that. My wife is only cynical about herself and the world around her, but she's mainly positive about other things in her life, and she volunteers and does a lot of things, and I don't do nothing. I've poisoned the well of my mind. Hey, Wee Wallace, can you hear me over the bike? Or is it just constant grinding gears? If you're even watching still. Oh, great. Okay. I have like the loudest air bike imaginable. And I think it's just because the chain's not on tight anymore. But I don't know how to fix that. And I could just take off some screws and probably just break it and be screwed. And then I have a broken air bike that I can't do nothing with. Or I could just deal with the noise. I thought about having because now everything's got like the Bing chatbot or the Chat GPT, the one you can talk to. I thought about trying to tell stories while doing on the bike. I don't have anything set up for that, but it's a thought. I don't know if the bike would like drown it out, and I'd just be like sitting hunched over, talking to ChatGPT, not working out whatsoever. I think just staying on the bike. Just keep it simple. I'm funny. I just need to kill the time with that. Chat with the fine people that'll give me their attention. And keep pedaling. And every time my ass gets sore, do something to keep moving. All right, I feel like the bike up higher, bike seat up higher, is better, but my ass still hurts. So, another ass break. I'm gonna like time it. It's like every 5 minutes, my ass break. But just keep moving. Day one. Maybe I'll put the day on here so I know and so everybody knows what day it is. And by beach season, I'll be swimming in trunks that are way too big. And I'll just keep going on, like the surf simulator where everyone loses their trunks. Well, I won't buy new trunks. I'll just have my Gigantor trunks. And I'll just keep getting in line and having them fly off. And they go, hey, we know what you're doing. You're not allowed to get on this anymore. I keep queuing up, just being awkward. Do I already have a workout schedule? as much as I can per week. Uh, whatever that may be. At minimum 2. But I feel like 3 is the real true minimum to get any results. So, whenever I can squeeze it in. If it's in the morning and I'm feeling frisky, or if as soon as I get home from work at like 4 or 5, just flick the stream on, start pedaling. Get to pedaling. And we'll see. This might be the last one. No, I'll at least go a week, I feel like, before I have to give up and have no time. But we'll see. I don't know. The motivation is I'm the fattest I've ever been. And I've been that way for a while. So. And I want to look good for my wife. And like she does sports and stuff. And has been making a real conscious effort to lose weight. And I've been doing nothing. Like she's been doing stuff for like 2 years. And I feel like I'm the bad influence. And, I need to start following her example of doing something. Just anything. Okay. And the thumbnail will be before and after of all the sweat. So I can prove my sweat equity. And I have workouts and stuff from like previous trainers. Like I've got 2 20-pound dumbbells right here. And I got kettlebells in the basement. And I have like a boxing punching bag and a speed bag. I have like so much workout equipment that is like barely used. But hey, this will be it. And if I keep with it, and my numbers are terrible and abysmal, like I think they'll be, I'll get my wife to do jumping jacks or something, and titty stream to keep me motivated. And I know people will be watching for her, but it'll keep me interested. As long as people are watching, I feel like then I have someone to let down other than myself. And that was like, I'm trying to turn a problem. Like when I did AiPD, I felt like I was wasting a lot of time. And doing all the stories, I was like, God, I wish I was doing something. And I think I did like standing desk a couple of times. It's probably like 2 or 3 times. To try to feel like I was doing something. But I was like so preoccupied with the stream. I like tried to keep it so tight for no reason whatsoever. Other than I was like, I only have like an hour a day to do these storytelling streams and Goopsy. But by doing this, I feel like I could keep going and do longer and not feel completely terrible about ignoring my wife. And the reason I'm doing it right now is because my wife's doing an improv show. And she goes a 7 o'clock, a 9 o'clock, and a midnight show. So I could sit and watch anime. And there's nothing stopping me from doing that like right now. As putting the TV like right there and watching that while I stream. But I feel like if I didn't have the stream, I'd just be watching the anime and sitting on the uncomfortable bike, just like leaning over and going, oh no, Oh no, Shinji. Shinji, no. I feel like if I do make it past 2 weeks, I'll have a regular schedule or something, so that people really want to watch. They'll have some regularity, so it's not completely random. But I gotta get there first. The first 2 weeks are the hardest, because tomorrow I know it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be sore as shit. I'm not gonna want to do this whatsoever. My ass is gonna start hurting. Like, I started this with a fresh ass, a not hurting ass. And tomorrow, I'm going to be like, my ass already hurts. Do I want to get on that bike again? I feel like the second day is always the hard. Third day, I don't know. The second you have something else to do that's not working out, that's the hardest thing. Like if my brother were to stop by and want to play video games, I'd be like, no, I have to work out. And both my brothers are actually better. One of my brothers is a volunteer firefighter, and my other brother does like marathons for fun. I'm the fat one. I play video games all the time. And then when I'm not playing video games, I work on weird AI hack projects and software stuff. And then for work, I do software stuff. And I sit on my ass. I've worked in software all my life. And you think it'd be filled with fat guys that look like me? And there's sometimes that case. But for the most part, it's people that are like, have much better lives. And like, well, they're not like ripped, but they ain't super fat. I'm usually the fattest guy at every place I've worked. Or one of. And it's mostly like people that are like normal size. So, yeah, I keep making excuses in my head that it's like my career and all my hobbies, and that's part of it for sure. And ass is hurting. Squat time. Squat time for the ass hurting. But at the same time, I just don't make it a priority. And one of the reasons why, like I think every time I've actually lost weight in my life, it was because I couldn't get a date and no one wanted to have sex with me. But now, being married, I feel like I just don't care. But that's not fair to my wife, who I love, to be like a fat, disgusting. But she likes me the way I am. I don't understand why. But, I could look sexy for her and not be a fat piece of crap. And another thing is, I don't have diabetes. Like, I don't have back problems or trouble getting anywhere, and I don't know that I shouldn't wait for something to happen, because then it might be like irreversible. But that's been another thing in my head. I'm just like, my blood pressure isn't normal, and yeah, I can get. I don't have to, buy 2 seats on the airplane. Or I'm close. I'm at the line where it's just like I'm squeezing out. And I feel like they're making airplane economy seats smaller. And I do feel like when people like look at the person sitting next to me, like my wife doesn't mind, or she might mind, but the person who's like, oh fuck, I gotta sit next to the fat guy. He's gonna be man spreading and fatting all over my fat. I gotta be squeezed next to the fat guy. No one says it, but I always think that. Got poison brain. And another reason too is like, I can go on rides, But that bar is pretty tight, even on the Ferris wheel. Like I went to this carnival near my house, uh, and my wife wanted to ride the Ferris wheel, even though she's terrified of carnival rides, and even the Ferris wheel makes her shit her pants. But she always forgets after we ride stuff and wants to do it again, which is part of the fun of it now. But I'm like, you gotta open your eyes. That's the only one thing I beg of you. If I'm gonna pay to ride this carnival, you better open your damn eyes. Anyway, the last time I was on one, they like brought down the bar, and I was like, oh, I have to suck in to the maximum for this thing to have a chance of closing. And that's like one of many warning signs that I need to follow. Ugh. All right, back on the bike. Let's see where we're at. 51 minutes. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to 10. Even if the back half, this is the last of the bike, and I'll start lifting weights. Ugh. And I live in Michigan, so doing stuff outside, nuh-uh. It's too bitingly cold. It hurts to even like just get in my car, like any exposed skin. So that's why I got the air bike, and that's why it's been sitting in my spare bedroom for a couple of years. And I get on it occasionally, but I don't really do it with any regularity. But I got it specifically because I was like, well, I can't run outside in the winter, so it's not like I run outside in the summer, but you know, it's a thought. But I want to eliminate all excuses. And I've had this workout room set up for a while, and it just became storage. Like, look at all this shit in here. I got a bunch of plants, a dresser with clothes I should just donate. I have like my senior all-night T-shirt and like old wrestling shirts that there's no way they're gonna fit ever again. I don't know why I'm holding on to them. Should just drop them off at Salvation Army. And I think about every time I like in wrestling and football, hitting up the weight room was always optional. I never did that shit. I was like, I'm already going to practice 5 days a week. I ain't fucking going to the weight room in the morning. But I probably should have. But I just thought about that. Like, all right, what was wrestling? We run for like 5 to 10 minutes at the start of practice. Then we do a bunch of like tumbling and stretching. And then we do a bunch of wrestling drills. And then we might end with like a hard cardio thing. And that doesn't require any equipment. That was just like mats. Just like hopping in your workout clothes and shower after. And that's free, baby. And I have the advantage of the air bike here. Because running alone is stupid. And treadmills suck. Air bike feels better for some reason. I don't have bad knees or nothing. But like my brother, I don't think uses my marathon running brother. I think he just goes out and runs. He's like, yeah, treadmills suck. And they're boring. and they're hard on your knees. I was like, okay. That's all the excuse I ever need to never go on a treadmill ever again. Oh, man. All right, 56. Yeah, what could I do? Cross over here. I like tied it up. I don't have any way to put the mic down. I should have a mic stand somewhere. Whatever. I'll keep riding, bike. Keep riding. Riding until I die. I'll take breaks. I'll keep taking breaks. I feel like I could squat forever. And I say that. And I'm going to hop on first thing in the stream tomorrow. I'm going to be like, oh my God. My thighs is burning. I did like 100 squats for no reason. Just because my ass hurt from the bike. Now my whole lower body hurts. But whatever keeps me going. I feel obliged to keep going. Hang out with somebody on Saturday night. Might as well be good old fitness air bike. Boom. Oh. I know. Wallace, do you have anything? Do you have any workout you do? Any sports you're into? Any activities? Or do you have a physical main job? I'll have more of a plan for tomorrow. I'll bring like the kettlebells up from the basement or something and have utilize the room more instead of the bike dead center. I'll put like a yoga mat so I could do some swings or something other than squats next to this thing. But, all right. I'll go till 9. And I know I'm cheating myself. But, you know, an hour was a lofty goal. And I'm almost there. I feel like, you know, I don't want to make this something I don't want to do. Because then I'll give it up immediately. I think an hour is a decent minimum. Oh, shit. There we go. All right, cool down time. Get close to the camera here. Hey, thanks for watching me while this. I'm happy this wasn't all alone. And hopefully this is somewhat interesting. If it's not, I'll add more funky shit to do so it's not just a fat guy on a bike sweating all the time. But thank you for watching. Thank you for being a fan and like watching the stream at all, even when I just did the AI stuff. And hopefully, you know, you enjoyed it. You stuck around. Maybe I'm good to have on in the background. But thank you, even if you're gone. And see you next time. Hey, what's up? Thank you. Vice time. Thank you. See you next time. I will do that exactly. That will be my goal. Vice time. I will do that exactly. I will eat all the raw beef and eggs, and my feet will be like Fred Flintstone. Anything to be Mr. Universe someday. It's victim. Okay. Victim extra vagrant. Vagrant? Vagrant. All right. See you tomorrow. Probably not as late, but we'll figure it out. All right. Peace, my dude. Give me a follow if you want to see me still be fat or not. I don't know. All right. Peace. See you tomorrow.